Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Sly here with D. And D, let's check out this video of Fred Warner talking about how proud he is to be Mexican.
Hey, and also before you go, some listeners have asked about the story behind the Mexican flag on the back of your helmet. We know you guys are going to play in Mexico City against Arizona later this season, but is there you got a message going on? You made that decision, and what's the story?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I am Mexican. My mom, her father was from Mexico. She's half Mexican, and so that is a part of my, my ethnicity, my nationality. So that's something when the team approached me about, having the flag on my helmet, I said absolutely. So that was something that was really cool that I've been able to do.
All right, D-Man, after seeing that, what do you think about this man? I saw a video of him talking to his grandma, talking how he would go to his grandma's and have tortillas and all this food, and it was pretty awesome seeing that. What do you think about that, man?
So I first off love it, but I also love it because I'll be honest, and I'm not trying to go too political on this, but it's hard because for me, I love football, and sometimes I just want to get home from work and I just want to watch ESPN. And right now we're in a tough time because the league and sports in general, it's getting way too political. You guys see what's happened with the Kyrie Irving and all the different superstars, how they're bringing race into it, and it's all negative. Whenever there's the head coach, it's oh, what color is the head coach? And so there's never really positive when it comes to heritage or race. And so for a player like Fred Warner to embrace his heritage and embrace, where his family came from, I love it. And especially for me, being a Mexican American, you don't see a lot of Mexicans in the NFL at all. So the fact that someone like him is representing us, the Chicanos, I love it because it gives sports a more positive. It gives a young kid who's a Mexican heritage to want to grow up and want to do football. He doesn't have to look at the color of his skin and be fuck, you know what? I ain't athletic like these guys. I don't have the skill sets like these guys or the resources. No, if you love the sport, if you love football, go out there and give it your all. And he doesn't realize how much of an impact he's given now, so many people. He's an inspiration to myself, to a lot of people, my family. I know all the young kids who are watching, a lot of Niner fans. And so seeing that that was very awesome to see.
Yeah, man, it's really cool to see. And growing up as a kid, man, my guy was Tony Gonzalez, man. Even though I'm a Niner fan, I used to love Tony Gonzalez. Even when he went to Atlanta, I was man, this guy's awesome. Mexican American, and it was really nice to see. Anthony Munoz, he was Puerto Rican, but he was probably the best guard of all time too. So it's really cool to see that. And then we got a treat because we got to see Jeff Garcia, who's kind of kind of like us, with a little was it? What they call it? Not coconut, but because he likes his country music and all that stuff. But he does listen to Mexican music. If you follow him on IG, Jeff Garcia, man, he's speaking Spanish. He's doing his thing. So
and he's from the same area as
he's
us.
From Gilroy. Yeah, he's right up the street from us. So
yeah.
It's awesome seeing that, man. I love Jeff Garcia. I think he probably was since Steve Young. I think Jeff Garcia's the last Pro Bowler was.
Yeah.
Even though we had Kaepernick, Jimmy G, Alex Smith, none of them made the Pro Bowl. So it's really good to see that Fred Warner embracing it. If you look at the helmet, he has a Mexico flag on there. So it's going to be awesome, man. I love seeing it on Twitter too. The people from Mexico talking about Fred Warner being Mexican, his mom and his grandma, and mom too. So,
and it's funny that you bring up Tony Gonzalez because there was another Mexican American by the name of Cowboy Nation, Tony Romo, who changed his name. Who he wanted to hide where he came from.
Exactly.
And so that's why I was saying earlier, I love a player like that who embraces, who's not afraid of who's gonna attack him for where he comes from. He's no, I'm half Mexican, fuck it, let's roll, Niner Nation.
Tony Romo, his actual real name was Antonio Romero.
Yeah.
But he freaking changed it to Tony Romo, So
so he could fit in and stuff like that. And so that was one thing that I really pissed me off when I found that out because it's dude, you don't realize how much of an impact, especially in Texas, how many Hispanics are out there. He would have been he would have been a legend. And so that's why for him to kind of I don't want to associate myself with that. And seeing players like Tony Gonzalez embrace it, Fred Warner embrace it. I hope more players now come out. Or no matter, even if you're not even Mexican, if you're from somewhere else, embrace where you come from because that's what makes the NFL awesome because especially the Niners. We had what's the name from the Australia?
The guy that got in trouble, right?
Yeah. But anyways, for him, like that's like somebody from a different nation. We've had like different ethnicities on our team, and so for that, like I want to see that like more with the not just for the 49ers but for the whole NFL.
We got Omoboy Okoye from the UK. Remember him? He was an Olympian.
Yeah.
Even the guy right now we have from Mexico who's like on the experimental offensive tackle. He's there, so it's cool to see, man. It really is, and it's gonna be cool, man. Especially that we're going to Mexico, and then Fred Warner, he was the one that announced it. He's the one that said, "Hey, breaking news, guys, we're gonna be playing in Mexico." So that was really cool that he got to break it.
Yeah.
And he's really embracing it with wearing the Mexican flag and talking about it, going on KBR and talking about it, saying that he knows all the great taco spots in San Diego.
Yeah.
So that's cool, man. I love it. And a lot of people didn't know that. So when I posted a video a few weeks ago, they were like, "What? This guy is Mexican? I didn't know that, man. I'm getting a jersey and stuff." So that's really cool, man.
And really awesome because I think they barely posted that, right? Like about like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
They probably posted it also like a while back, but they like I remember they reposted it the game before the Chargers of like Fred Warner and like hyping it and like his heritage and his grandma.
Yeah.
And so it's ironic that this Sunday we're actually playing in Mexico, and so a lot of the Mexican fans are gonna see an actual like have Mexican player play out there, and so and they wonder why 80% of the people in the stadium are Mexicans. So that's another awesome thing right there that we got somebody representing us out.
We gotta win, man. That's the thing, man. Going over there, Fred Warner representing, wearing his Mexican helmet. We gotta win, baby. Let's go right now. So I'm excited. I'm stoked, man. I just can't wait for the game coming up. And man, just coming up with a W, that would be awesome too for the people. Because a lot of people in Mexico, they're fans now.
Yeah.
Oh man, like I told you in the last video, a lot of people from Twitter, they're doing it in Spanish. They're talking about the 49ers, you know. So it's starting to get really big there. The Espanol channel is going big. So everything's pumping up right now, and it's really cool seeing that. So I can't wait, man. I just can't wait.
Yeah. So for that, like now that we're playing in Mexico, you started seeing like with the NFL teams, now we're playing more international. We played in London in the NFL. This game is going to be in Mexico. So now the NFL is kind of like more expanding. And so that gives us a player to kind of like, embrace like, you know what? I'm half Mexican. So let's get all the Mexican fans. Let's all talk about the NFL. Let's get sports rolling. And then so hopefully, you know, later down the line, we could also impact the other countries.
Speaking of that real quick, someone in the comments last time said, "Hey, give us some love too." The Netherlands. Someone in the comments said they're from the Netherlands. And they were like, "Hey, give us some love too." So, hey, I'm giving you guys love too. Man. Netherlands, in a few years, we could have someone from over there, you know, playing for NFL. So it's really cool that it's really international and they're trying to build that up. So.
And you see it, like we recruited people from like Europe, Australia. So who knows?
Jared Hayne, that was his name. Jared Hayne. Yeah, that was his name. That's where I started watching Rambo when he was on Love with Jared Hayne. But anything else, man?
That was mid of this love of Fred Warner that he said that he's embracing it. I hope more NFL players, no matter where they're from, they embrace where they're from, and it's really awesome. And like I said, it like gives us like as fans like inspiration. And so when we're out there, I love like going to the 49er games and we see like the mariachi hats and
everything.
Everything.
Tailgates are crazy. Man. Mariachi,
face painted, everything.
They have like full bandas. It's like crazy, man. It's like they have everything. They have the rap. It's amazing, man. You'll never see a tailgate like that. And then you have that dude in the sofa. You see that guy in the sofa?
Yeah.
He's just chilling, just driving his sofa. Like, I'm like, it's cool, man. It's a cool atmosphere. So Mexico, baby. Be ready, baby. Viva los 49ers. Vamos a ganar, way. But that's what we got. Make sure to like this video, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Talk to you guys next time.
Peace.